And then when we were setting up our motorcycle trip, Charlie Boorman and myself, in 2004, we were going to ride. We rode around the Northern Hemisphere. We rode from London to New York, heading east. And before we left, we wanted to involve a charity, and we both had children, and we wanted it to be a sort of global children's charity. And so we naturally approached UNICEF and asked them if they would allow us to film some of, because we're filming it as a documentary, allow us to visit some of their projects along our route. And they suggested 3 that we visited, one near Chernobyl in the Ukraine, where they helped to look after children who'd suffered from the Chernobyl disaster, children with cancers, leukemia, children who'd been orphaned. It was an amazingly powerful, it was our first experience of a UNICEF project, and it was extraordinarily powerful, very simple in a way, and deadly effective for these kids. Really a huge lifesaver, literally, for some of them. And a massive support, and I was very impressed by the people, the volunteers that were working for UNICEF, and I was really impressed by the kids. I really liked them. And so then we carried on, and we went to another place in Kazakhstan, the capital of Kazakhstan, a town called Almaty. And in the suburbs of Almaty, they had quite a lot of trouble with kids, with violence and alcohol abuse, drug abuse. And UNICEF and some of their partners had built these climbing walls in the gymnasiums of local schools. And they'd found that the instances of violence and drug abuse and alcohol had gone really down a lot, because the children had something to do, something to aspire to be. Some of the kids became really good climbers, and other kids looked up to them and aspired to be them. There was inter-school competitions. It gave the kids a purpose and a pastime and a hobby, and it was physical, and it was simple. It was like a couple of grand for each climbing wall, and yet the outcome of that was enormous. The benefit for the kids was enormous. So that was, again, something very simple and effective, but really impressed by the volunteers who looked after them and the kids themselves. So as soon as we finished the trip, I knew that I wanted to work with UNICEF for the rest of my life, and I told them so, and they asked me to become one of their UNICEF ambassadors, which I was very happy to do, and very honoured and proud to be one. So.